Kiss doing today in the show?
Colton Green, who is our escaping prisoner, the guy that gets machine gunned, and his wife, Liz Curtis Green, are dancing. She is a ballroom choreographer and was a 4-time world champion ballroom dancer, and so the two of them are doing a number to represent us.
Oh, we're looking forward to that today.
Yeah, we are too.
So how's everything going to the Broadhurst?
Fine, it's great. Yep, packed houses, excited audiences, and a long run, hopefully.
Oh, you're going to be there for a long, long time. Well, thanks for speaking today. We'll see you guys inside. There you go. You can turn around. It's all right. So you guys are obviously connected with. It is a very popular logo. So you guys are connected with Joseph. You both in the show?
We're Dan's captains, and he's assistant company manager.
Oh, great. I tell you, it's one of the most exciting energy shows in town. I had the best time at Joseph.
Oh, great. Last 10 minutes are wild, aren't they?
The whole show's wild. But that remix is really great you guys do at the end.
Yeah, it's really exciting. Talk somebody.
So is this your first Gypsy in New York?
It's mine.
Mine. Yes. All three of ours.
Do you know what to expect inside today? Have you been sort of forewarned?
Not at all. Seen the rehearsals in our theater, but that's about it.
So what is the Joseph cast going to do today in the show?
I think they're doing an Angela Lloyd Webber anthology, a whole mix, but I'm not sure what.
Well, that should be fun today. So now, how does it feel to be in New York? You were out in LA and then San Francisco, warm country, right?
And now it's freezing.
Well, how does it feel to be in New York?
Oh, we're not used to sitting out here in the cold, but other than that, it's all right.
Are you having a good time?
Yeah, great.
This is my first time.
This is your first Gypsy?
Yeah, my first Gypsy.
Well, you're in store for a wonderful time. Now, you're in town appearing in Cyrano?
Yep.
What's your full name?
I'm Tammy Tappan.
Who do you play in Cyrano?
I'm in the ensemble, and I'm understudying Roxanne.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Have you been on yet?
No, not yet. Almost. I had a little scare on Sunday, but she's okay, so it's fine.
Is your first Broadway show?
Yes, it is. It's a lot of people in Cyrano. It's our first Broadway show. So.
Well, the show looks great. I've seen the show already. I think it's one of the most beautifully designed shows in town. I hope you guys stay for a while.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
And
are you in today's show?
No, today we just opened like literally a week ago, so we're having one of our cast members is doing a 5-minute parody. So he's going to be kind of doing this solo act, but a lot of us are here to support him. So.
I owe you a phone call. I'll call you. On Wednesday after the band is over.
Is this a special show?
Is best. A line of people come out and say your name and hold their hands out, and you come out and they lean. I want that everywhere. Welcome! Welcome to the 1993 Gypsy of the Year, and how about a big hand for those 1993 Gypsy of the Year? I am your genial host, again. But the real host of today's show, we should acknowledge for the loan of the theater. How about the paint job? I have to confess, it's very cheery. But the first time I saw it, I thought it was a cab. One of the cops out here told me they've had a lot of problem with out-of-towners who are blocking traffic because they're standing there going... But under pressure from Dinkins, he's still mayor. The public all agree now that he would have won the election if it hadn't been for that unfortunate incident during the campaign when accidentally down on the Lower East Side, he kissed the knish and ate the baby. Actually, that was Mario Procaccino. No one remembers him. Anyway, under pressure from Dinkins, the management has agreed to put a big off-duty sign up whenever Tommy is dark. So that should clear up that problem. I also want to thank you, this community. The theater community is just astonishing with this event and all year long. I'm reading the words they wrote for me because they're particularly good. Today's turnout reflects the theater community's unflagging commitment to do whatever it takes for as long as it takes to help those living with AIDS. We deserve it. Gypsy of the Year, some of you may be expecting to see Angela Lansbury, Tyne Daly, Linda Lavin, Bette Midler, and what the hell, throwing Joanne Worley. All do get out here, let me entertain you. But that's not to be the case. It's not what we're doing here. This is the big finish to Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS Week. All the shows in town on Broadway, off-Broadway, shows out of town have all been raising money for a period of time, culminating with this event. About 10 minutes ago, actually, the clock ended, and because it takes them an awfully long time to count up the money, they put on a show while they're counting the money. That's what this is. The shows have used a tremendous number of gimmicks to raise funds and to separate theater goers who do it willingly, I think. They understand it's a place of life, the theater, and they happily give us their money if they know they're supposed to, and that's what we have to figure out. And through speeches and auctions and selling this and selling that, a man in Guys and Dolls bought a part at an auction. He went on, which I think is a great idea for raising money, only the problem is some of them are good. Mostly, though, with curtain speeches, the money comes in and it amounts to about $1 a head or up of that. And this event is all the shows are in very good-natured competition with one another to see who can raise the most. And at the end of this show, we will tell you who raised the most, and they are the Gypsies of the Year. Meanwhile, each of them has contributed an act of their own devising to these proceedings. And they will compete against one another for the coveted Capizio Ballet Makers Golden Slipper Award, henceforth to be referred to as the coveted Golden Slipper Award. And that's what we're really doing here now. And you're all going to have your favorites, but we have judges. And they're illustrious as always, and we will begin with an Artful Dodger, member of Dodger Productions, which has an amazing batting average, Secret Garden, Jelly's Last Jam, Guys and Dolls, which currently happily has me working for them. And last season's Grand Slam, Tommy, in whose home we are pleased to be today. Will you please welcome one of Broadway's and Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS most valuable players and my boss, Mr. Michael David. Judge has played a rabbi, a Bolshevik, a doctor, and a Mormon, and that's just in her current show. Other memorable performances include On the Brink, Nancy Reagan, imagine that, in Just Say No, and we are glad to say that she said yes today. Ladies and gentlemen, the Tony-nominated star, the most talked about play on Broadway from all of Angels in America, Miss Kathleen Calfon. Just as the theater community created Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS to address the challenges of AIDS, the fashion and interior design industries created DIFA, the Design Industries Foundation to Fight AIDS. We're glad to have the National Chair of DIFA's Board of Trustees join us as a judge today. This is just part of the continuing collaboration between Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS and DIFA to share resources and ingenuity in order to increase revenue, as evidenced by the tremendously successful benefit of demand performance last month, I believe it was. He's currently president of the prestigious Domi of Furniture and Textiles, but we hear he still has his equity card. We're glad to welcome you back to the theater, Mr. Michael Sorrentino. For musical theater lovers, the highlight of a demand performance was the Act 2 opener, which was choreographed by our next judge. He started out on stage in Bob Fosse's Dancing. He worked with Michael Feinstein on piano and voice, and Isn't It Romantic? He later assisted Fosse, Mr. Fosse, I call him Fosse, I don't know, on Big Deal, but it was really thanks to his Tony-nominated choreography for Guys and Dolls that he's become a big deal in his own right. He's the man most Broadway gypsies, the best of them, want to dance for, and a few principals as well. Please join me in welcoming the recipient of the 1992 Astaire Award, Mr. Christopher Chasman. Next judge is currently Vice President, Creative Affairs for the Live Entertainment Corporation of Canada. Big country. Currently represented on Broadway with the Tony Award-winning Kiss of the Spider-Woman and in Toronto with the revival of Showboat. His book, Broadway Stories, is hot off the presses. Please welcome the president of Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS, Mr. Marty Bell. I clap when I'm in the wings. Some people say that everyone has a price. And our final judge fought his or her way onto the panel. It's America. It actually all happened in front of hundreds of witnesses at the Waldorf Astoria last night at an auction to raise money for our friends at the Actors Fund AIDS Initiative. Our next judge chose to spend the afternoon with us at the Gypsy of the Year competition, outbidding everybody else for a chance to help select the winner of the Golden Slipper Award. Her name might not be in lights, but her contribution will be greatly appreciated. Please give a big Broadway welcome to Ms. Barbara Klein. The judges. So we are now going to get things going. There's one more card in here I lost, but I'll find it later and I'll tell you what it said. To start things off, the company of Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat with the 6-minute musical of the future. Move over to Rum Robbins, make room for Andrew Lloyd Webber's Broadway.
I know a place where songs are high, indulgent, loud and grand. Iron chords you need, 'cause you sing until you bleed. Forever in weather.
to you. This is my life. It always will be. There is nothing else. Just us, the cameras, and all you wonderful people out there in the dark. And now, I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille.
season, and you know what that means? Matinees. We at Guys and Dolls, between Christmas Eve and New Year's Day, are doing 37 shows. But then we're off until Groundhog Day. The management figured that even with all the added hospitalization costs, it was worth it. This is just to get you in the holiday mood, because here with their rendition of the Dead Rock Nutcracker is the entire company of Crazy for You.
Here's the story. We had this whole big Nutcracker plan for everybody. And, yeah, it was going to be really good. But stage management called a put-in rehearsal today for the entire company. And this is not a joke. They really did. So we talked them into one person coming, and that's me. So really, so bear with me. I'm going to do the best I can to do my part and to give you a picture of something. And I'm also going to do an Ann Miller ending just because I feel like it. And there's no one here to see me anyway, so who cares?
because there's lots of these. From the Sisters Rosensweig to the Brothers Rosensweig.
does not have to be Jewish to enjoy the Sisters Rosensweig. We welcome audiences of all faiths. We seek audiences. We need audiences. Standing on the corner, watching all the boys go. Hoping that the boys will buy. Brother, you don't have to have a circumcision. Matter of fact, neither do I. Watching all the boys go by. You don't need to love a Knish. You don't have to line your filthy fish. You can savor every line. Sophisticated and trendy, as served up by our Wendy. Wendy was her style. Wait a minute. Shouldn't that be Wasser Steve? Yes, Rex, it needs to rhyme. Savor every line. Wendy Wasser Stein. What the hell is this, a Mel Brooks movie? Wasserstein, Wasserstein, what's the difference? Hoping that the boys will buy. You don't have to have a circumcision. Matter of fact, neither do I. Watching all the boys, watching all the boys, watching all the boys go by. Mother Walton is in the play. Alice is here and here to stay. Even Barney has a part. The humor is not Hebraic. This play has got heart. Wrong show. Standing on the corner. Standing on the corner, hoping that the boys will buy. Brother, you don't have to have a circumcision. Matter of fact, neither have I. Figures. Watching all the boys, watching all the boys, watching all the boys. Don't let the title throw ya. The Rosensweig will show ya. Show them the tricks, sir, or we shake it and shake, sir. Don't even need your liver. You don't have to go to a mikveh. You don't have to sing Hatikvah. Don't work to try. You don't have to have a circumcision. Matter of fact. Watching all the boys go.
Just yesterday, Mo Gaffney on her talk show, the whole show was devoted to the new twists in the latest flap over circumcision. It was very interesting. Hey, that's not enough there, no. It's far. We're in the back seat. It's a Gypsy cab. Listen, according to our next act. And how about the Bobbits of Manassas? Webster's is including bobbit as a verb. I actually heard Carol Jenkins on the news lead into the story of Mr. Bobbit's acquittal by saying that he now simply wanted to put the horror behind him. right. According to our next act, the safest sex of all still lies in the fantasies of our own minds. Here performing their own fantasy are dancers from the only show on Broadway which has been running since the Civil War, Counts! that last position. Anyway, here from the newest show on today's roster, one of the newest shows in town. From Cyrano, please welcome, this is in a more tasteful vein, Montfleury.
Since our show only opened a week ago, we didn't have time to put together something special. Since I was the recipient of the Gypsy robe for our show, it fell to me to come up with something. So, with your kind indulgence, I would like to sing the mad scene from a very little-known Baroque opera, Bavaroko.
thorough. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the company of Les Miserables.
Ladies and gentlemen, the call is places. Places, everyone.
That the orchestration and recording are courtesy of Curtis McCoonley. And that was, for those of you who didn't catch it, that was then. One of the shows that's running that I currently have had the pleasure of seeing, because I'm working so I can't see most of them, and most of us can't see one another's shows. But I saw She Loves Me, and I loved it. And in town. Most people don't know that there is an alternative production of She Loves Me at BAM, for which they have imported the German avant-garde director Tina Bausch. about the pronunciation, and I'm told it's not Pina Bausch, it's Pina Bausch! And she has put together a wonderful production of She Loves Me. And here from the in-town company, they just know one another, and they've all gotten together and they've shared notes and whatever. Here they are doing Where's My Other Shoe?
You have beautiful shoes. Oh, beautiful shoes. You have beautiful shoes. They have beautiful shoes. They will have two shoes. With the others.
When I was a little girl in Budapest, horrible soldiers came to our house. They smashed our windows and broke our table and chairs. Then they went into my room and they stole all of my right shoes. My mother cried and begged them, not her right shoes, please, not her right shoes. But the horrible soldiers only laughed. I had to walk in the snow with only one shoe on.
When I was a little girl in Budapest, my brother was very mean to me. He would put thumbtacks in his mouth and spit them out at my face. One night, when I was sleeping, he crept into my room and stole all of my left shoes. I had to go to school with only one shoe on. Oh.
When I was a little girl in Budapest, I had a beautiful pair of shoes. I loved them. They were black with gold buckles. But then one day, I ate some bad cabbage soup, and my left foot began to grow much bigger than my right foot. It wouldn't stop, it kept growing. I took a rock and tried to smash it to stop it, but it just grew and grew until it split the poor little shoe apart. I had to walk to church with only one shoe.
When I was a little girl in Budapest, we were very poor. But my father insisted that I always wear beautiful shoes. He would work very hard and buy me many pairs of beautiful shoes. Then I noticed something very strange. All of my friends were wearing only one shoe. So I went home, took all of my white shoes and threw them into the river. I had to walk to the orphanage with only one shoe on.
My hair is beautifully coiffed. My lips are full. My heart is open. But I only have one shoe. Where's my other shoe? Where can we find my other shoe? Don't just sit there like that. Where's my shoe?
cable access, the cast of Miss Saigon.
The Robin Bird Show, usually seen at this time, has been postponed so that Cable Access Channel 35 can present Men on Broadway.
Bond, and welcome to Men on Broadway. Well, we like to do things the broad way. We're here to talk about some of the old, some of the new, and some of the up-and-coming Broadway shows. But first, we'd like to take a look at those shows that weren't our favorites. Miss Saigon. Sisters Rosensweig. My Fair Lady. Hated it. She loves me. Not. And now let's not forget the Goodbye Girl. Bye-bye. See ya. See ya. What do you want to be? Uh-oh. Maybe we should bring that one back. But what about Kiss of the Spider Women's? Oh. Scrumptious. I dropped the soap. Anyway, this year on Broadway we have some wonderful and handsome and strong musicals. Tommy, Joseph, Serrano. Now Tommy is a tragic tale of a youth tormented by a bad bowl haircut, groping with his child. Nix all of that touchy-feely semen stuff. You know, we'd all be drinking at Sam's 2 hours earlier if he'd just look in the mirror and say, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough. And doggone it, people like me. You know what? Tommy sure has been a lot less moody since Joseph moved in down the block. Child, it's rumors, just rumors. Cyrano, or Serrano. I love this play. Ooh, but he could stick his nose in my business any day. Levon, you are crazy. Oh, and speaking of crazy, Crazy for You is one of my favorite musicals. Tie me up and played it like a bass fiddle. Then there's Phantom of the Opera. Deep, dark, dank, whips and chains, masks. Reminds me of your place, Clavel. No, Miss Thing, you will not kiss and tell. Well, there's a lot to kiss, but not much to tell. How about that show, Cats? Ooh, 11 years of tired old pussy. Cats. Well, what about Les Miserables, or as the insiders call it, Les Miens? Now, this is a show about a bunch of hot, greasy, oily men climbing over a barricade and each other. I love that. Newsflash. Tori Spelling, Ebony 94. Bitch, shut up! Next, we have Blood Brothers. Watch yourself now. Now, this show actually has 2 real-life brothers in it, David and Sean Cassidy. Wasn't one of them a hard boy? Ooh, I think I love you. Look what am I so afraid of? Okay. Angels in America. Go on and let him use you now. This show truly deserves 2 buns up. That's guys and dolls. Mixed reviews. Although the current sky is being played by big, beautiful Bert Moses, I only have 3 things to say. Fabulous.
No, excuse me. Berkeley is doing Beauty and the Beast.
Both of them? My, his teacup runneth over.
No. Disney. You know The Little Mermaid?
Wait a minute. Fish and crabs on Broadway?
No. Anyway, Clavel and I put together our own little Tommy Tune romp. It's our latest revival.
Ooh, the name alone gets 2 snaps up and a pelvic thrust.
Here, kids, bring on the dance.
But not without these.
Go on, girl.
It got away. Okay, guys, hit it.
The engineer in this Saigon. Every show that opens dreams of running forever and to tell us their secret. We did Cats. Oh, it's another one. Here is the Reverend Mother and the extended family from Nonsense.
Real quick. Excuse me.
Reverend Mother, did you ever think the show would become so popular?
Who believes it?
Don't you think that the show needs some famous actresses to promote publicity?
Well, I'll tell you. The professional theater may be used to putting anything at all on its Broadway stages, but we aren't used to putting professional actresses in habits. That's what I said in 1985, folks.
Although they're totally inappropriate, we've heard some major stars have been asked to do your show to boost ticket sales.
Oh boy, guess I'm out of a job.
Reverend Mother, do you think the show will run forever?
It sure will!
to bring the show right to the top. Unfortunately, she's dead.
Would not only like to acknowledge Tommy Toon for his contribution, but also the makers of Dermablend for covering all those nasty bruises he sustained during rehearsals. One of the nice things about this event is that for those of us in shows, we get a chance to see other people with whom we work nightly doing something else. And it's a kick. Yesterday morning I saw a couple of the numbers in rehearsal, and I came in anyway. But it was really a joy to see these dancers that I only see dressed in the Havana numbers or in the sewer numbers and Guys and Dolls doing something totally different. And because I'm wearing a mic and I'm partial, I'm going to say their names in sort of to suggest all the names of all the people that have worked on all these movies. But they're in Guys and Dolls. Steven Sophia, Sergio Trujillo, Alvin Gonzalez, Kurt Ryder, Lloyd Culbreth, Nancy LeManager, Michelle Chase, Joanne Hunter, Tina Marie de Leon, choreographed by Darren Lee. Here are the people from Guys and Dolls.
Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a fool, I need no sympathy, 'cause I'm easy come, easy go, little high, little low. Any way the wind blows doesn't really matter to me, to thee. Too late, my time has come. Send shivers down my spine, body's aching all the time. Goodbye, everybody, I've got to go. Gotta leave you all behind and fade I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening me. Galileo, Galileo, Galileo Figaro. I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family, sparing his life from his monstrosity. Easy come, easy go, will you let me go? Bismillah, no, we will not let you go. Let him go. Bismillah, we will not let you go. Let him go. Bismillah, we will not let you go. Let me go. We'll not let you go. Let me go. We'll not let you go. Let me go.
Guys and dolls. From Uptown, it's Steve McGraw. With Terry Meads on the drums and Dan Martin on bass and Seth Radetsky on piano, here are Forever Glad.
Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. He hath loosed the fateful lightning of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. I have seen him in the watchfires of 100 circling camps. They have built it in an altar in the evening news and dance. I have read his righteous sentence by the dim and flaring lamps. His day is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His day is marching on. Hallelujah, glory, hallelujah. Hallelujah, glory, hallelujah.
Burnished rows of steel. As he deal with thy contemners, so with you my grace shall deal.
The hero born of woman grabs the serpent with his heel. Says God is marching on. He has sounded forth the trumpet. There shall never no retreat. He is sifting out the hearts of men. Before his judgment seat. Oh, with my soul to answer him, be jubilant. My feet, our God is marching on. Hallelujah, glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. Hallelujah, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. Hallelujah, marching on.
Next up, we're moving right along, in for the kill soon. Kiss of the Spider Woman, and you cannot escape.
What are you doing the rest of your life? Nothing south and east and west of your life. I have only one request of your life, that you spend it all with me. Let me be the one to hear the silent wish you make. Those tomorrows waiting deep in your eyes. In the world of love, you keep in your eyes. I'll awaken what's asleep in your eyes. It may take a kiss or two.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a show running downtown that's about the silliest thing I've ever seen. It's really hilarious. And they're here. A guy who's been a dresser of mine several times is one of the producers. Anyway, here they are, members of the cast of Whoop-Dee-Doo. The Merman Tabernacle Choir. Happy hunting, pull me right up, and he get to run. I got rhythm, I got rhythm, I got rhythm, and something for the boys. Anything goes. Stop it now, stop it. This is terrible.
Jay, come back here. No, I refuse. This is stupid. The Merman Tabernacle Choir. Whose idea was this anyway?
Well, it seemed funny over cocktails.
Well, Howard, unless you plan to get all 2,000 of us shit-faced, I suggest we stop right now.
We we don't have like a big dance number or anything, so what would we do?
What we should have done in the first place. Select the most talented member of the cast to represent us. Have him stand stage center and sing. Here I am at the St. James as a featured player, not a techie. I'm on a stage that's been graced with such names as Twiggy and Yoshi Umeki. Here I am at the St. James. After all these years, I found my way here. And now that I've arrived, I plan to stay here. Don't anybody move or I'll blow us all to kingdom come.
I'll be killed! Jay, for God's sake, what are you doing?
Holding Broadway hostage. I know you must think I'm a terrible mouse, but for 6 months I worked in an off-Broadway house beneath an Empire Szechuan gourmet. The chop, chop, chop of Ginsu knives has caused my nerves to fray. My dressing room small, I make minimum wage, and a huge sewage pipe runs right under the stage. It seems to back up every other day. Don't make me go back to Off-Broadway. I want a show at the Palace, or at the very least the Helen Hayes. Avoid the full force of my malice. Make sure Tony voters choose me. It's the sure way to diffuse me. Heap on the money and praise. For everyone's sake, these demands should be met. Cause I'd hate to blow up and get blood on the set. The people at Jew Jansen better pray I don't have to go back to Off-Broadway.
He wants a show at the Palace.
I'll settle for the Marriott Marquis.
Rogers and Garbo or Palace.
In a big extravaganza, that's a box office bonanza. Who wants to co-star with me?
I do. You're not going to be the co-star. I tell you all, I'm the perfect co-star with that tiny head. Oh!
I mean, doesn't anybody still want to be in my show? Yay! All right, Jay. But I get to do the costumes.
Now, some people have misconceptions when they come to see the next show, which is represented here. And here to set the record straight is the company of our hosts, Tommy.
Sweetheart, did you say this was a nude show?
No, sweetie, I said it was a new show. The director is that wonderful tall man. He did that show 9 1/2, all those big bosomy Italian women. I adore
redhead in a body stocking with a wide mesh.
And you love that Roy Rogers voice.
Bare bottomed?
Oh, those chaps were adorable.
Well, what's this?
I think it's the story of his life. He apparently had a traumatized child. Only communicate through tap dancing.
Das größere Blumenkaiser, Gypsy as a queen. The gun beginning to talk.
If your child ain't all you should be now, just give me one night. I'm Gypsy.
the show, but she loved that number. With musical staging by Michael E. Gold, Jennifer Newland, and Donna McKechnie. Musical direction by Steve Steiner. Our next act is from Annie Warbucks, making their Broadway debut, Our Daddy's Girls.
We could use some of your
bonus entry. And this is the ultimate entry. It's the last of the numbers for the judges to consider, and the rest you can just listen to without having to decide much about it. They are from the company of Phantom of the Opera.
This year, our company experienced several losses. Today, however, we would like to share with you some of the dear ones we have gained over the last 6 years.
We say goodbye, we wonder why.
Their names are like a lie, but still we try before we die to make some sense of life.
those kids, it's apparently one of those shows where people are off stage a lot. How about a nice hand for all the acts of that acknowledge and thank the shows that raised money but did not perform in this afternoon's shows, and they are many. Angels in America, dancers responding to AIDS, representing many of New York's classical and modern dance companies. Evita on tour, Family Secrets, The Fiery Furnace, Forbidden Broadway, Guys and Dolls on tour. Jeffrey, The Kentucky Cycle, The Loman Family Picnic, Phantom of the Opera Music Box Company, Shakespeare for My Father, The Secret Garden Tour, Twilight of the Golds, and the Will Rogers Follies Tour. Thanks to all of them. This is the card I lost earlier on. I mentioned our hosts, but I didn't mention them by name. We merely thanked them for the loan of the theater. The real hosts of today's show are Pace Theatrical Group, Dodger Productions, Cardano Productions, the entire company of Tommy, who you did see, and especially to Janssen Theaters, who are lending us the St. James. We thank them all. Inevitably in these proceedings, you remember why we're here for one reason or another when you aren't laughing. And we sort of make a point of it every year. It's like there's that line in all the B movies. We can't go on meetings this way. And here we are 5 years later, and the red ribbons are now being made out of metal. And something tells me we'll be here next year. But for the moment, let's just take a second to be quiet together and think about what you will, particularly those living with you. And now, this is just for your entertainment, no judging involved, you won't need to. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tula Clark and the cast of Blood Brothers.
Just believe each step you take is leading you to something good. Help is on the way. From places you don't know about today. Yeah, yeah. From friends you may not have met yet. Believe me when I say help is on the way.
have the envelope, please. It said that. The coveted 1993 Capizio Ballet Makers Golden Slipper Award goes to Phantom of the Opera. This is the moment we have all been waiting for. But before we present the 1993 Gypsy of the Year Award, I want to let you all know that Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS streak of topping itself continues. Last year's Gypsy of the Year competition raised $455,000. But this year, thanks to the tremendous efforts of the companies you saw represented here today and other shows, the 5th annual Gypsy of the Year competition, I've been running around with this figure in my pocket since the thing began. It's big. 707. To give the Gypsy of the Year Award, it is my pleasure to bring to the stage again, although this time horizontally instead of vertically, Mr. Tommy Tune.
Second runner-up with a total of $70,840 is Miss Saigon. First runner-up with the total of $116,043 is Guys and Dolls. This year's Gypsy of the Year Award for raising $116,268 goes to the company of